Normally, I would say we're coming to you from the Daddy-O Dewey Phillips Memorial Studio in beautiful downtown Memphis, but as we record this, we're not at the the Daddy-O Dewey Phillips Memorial Studio. I'm actually in my home studio in East Memphis, and Chris Milam, I have no idea where you are.
I don't either, Rick. No, I am coming to you from my house here in beautiful Memphis, Tennessee. I'm sitting in the dining room right now, staring at a picture of my nephew dog, Otis.
So all part of the staying at home, staying safe, and all that good stuff. Well, we're here to talk about Chris's brand new album. It's called Meanwhile. We just earlier heard the title song, and if my list here is correct, the next song is called Phoenix.
That's right. Yeah.
So, is this like something rising out of the ashes of the past?
Yeah, I think you're onto something there.
Okay.
Literally and figuratively, the song starts with me waking up in Phoenix, Arizona, and kind of follows the next year of my life, both on the road and back home. And yeah, it tells some kind of roundabout story of loss and redemption, I guess you could say.
Well, would it be too probing to ask you to explore that a bit more?
No, I'm here to get probed. I'd be disappointed if I didn't.
Well, let me go get my, if there wasn't a shortage of latex gloves around here.
Right.
They say that's the scariest sound to a man, to hear that snapping.
Right. Yeah, so the song takes place, and this was autobiographical. It starts in November of 2017. I was on the road all that year for an album release called Kids These Days. And this was kind of like the end of the year big West Coast run that I was on for about 4 weeks, and left home kind of in the middle of a breakup, had 4 straight weeks of a big loop out west before I got home for the holidays, and was already kind of like in limbo and a little bit broken up about that situation. And then on day 2 of the tour, my dad was rushed to the emergency room. They didn't know what was wrong with him. And then about a week later, he was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, which is blood cancer. So yeah, the rest of, I just kind of had to play out the string of that tour while he insisted that, he'll see me at Thanksgiving and everything's okay. So I was just brokenhearted that entire month for a lot of different reasons. And so the song kind of starts there, and then takes place once I get back home, and more things happen, more things transpire. But yeah, it's kind of a fraught situation. And hopefully finds a little bit of a silver lining at the end. I would say that on a different album, this would be a pretty good album closer as like a little nice note of redemption, but not this album, Rick.
Does that, when you're going through something like that, are you able to put it into song in the moment, or is this something that happens after the fact and now you're looking back on? Right.
Typically I'm on satellite delay when it comes to what I'm experiencing versus what I'm writing about. But when I'm on the road, I'm always making notes. I'm always making voice memos of new song ideas or lyrical ideas, but I usually have to write once I'm back home. Now, this album was kind of an exception to that rule. I was able to write about things in the moment in a way that I haven't really been able to in the past. And as we'll probably get to on some later tracks of the album, I wrote a song called In the Blood about my dad's death right after it happened. So that was unusual for me. So yeah, it's run the gamut lately.
I appreciate you putting this song in context then. Let's give it a listen. This is Phoenix from Chris Milam's new album called Meanwhile at 100.3 WVZM.
I woke up in Phoenix late last year, circling the west. I took off with my heart in your hands, broken by silence and the red. It was snowing in Spokane, mountains crying red. I was emptied by Salt Lake, I couldn't take the pain. Oh, I can't outrun my mind, babe, what it's thinking of. Oh, I don't know who I am, babe, if I'm not the man you love. Yes, turn out the lights, lock all the doors. I took the long way, I know before. I can't steer my story straight. Oh, now that you don't love me anymore. When I finally saw you both at a wedding, I told an inside joke. With him right there, you said I look good. I said I know. And I was sick from smiling. Your eyes were all champagne, and I caught you catch me looking back as we walked away. Oh, there ain't no sound as loud as the sound of all that we don't say. Yes, turn out the lights, turn down the bed, don't do your part, rings in your head, set aside that dress you wore. Oh, and act like you don't love me anymore. I woke up in a sunbeam yesterday, gold in the air, and the day spread out before me. A year of nights brought me there, but I'm tired of last night. Last night lasts for days. I woke up when I woke up with one thing left to say. My life is a gift, babe. It isn't mine to waste. Yes, so turn on the lights, walk out the door. I took the long way, I know what for. I can't see my story straight. Oh, now that you don't love me, now that you don't love me, oh, now that you don't love me anymore.
Hi there, I'm Chris Milam. Thanks so much for listening to my new album, Meanwhile, at 100.3 WVZM.org.